All right, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, January 15th, 2015. The Swiss National Bank just blew up. So let's have a. Okay. Wow, I think now I just lost charts. Can you see charts okay? No. What is going on today? Hang on. Should be easy fix, easy fix. Yeah, total meltdown, eh? Oh, I see what it's doing. All right, you should be fine. All right, so yeah, we got to go back very quickly. Swiss National Bank was defending a floor of 120. They lied to us last week, and they said, "Hey, if the eurozone kicks Greece out, then we're going to have to dramatically change our floor that we've been defending since 2011. We would have to adjust it from 120 all the way down to 115." A 500 pip move in the floor by the Swiss National Bank. And that sounded crazy. That was just last week that they said that. And this week, boom, we changed our mind. We're not going to defend the Swiss franc at all. There's no floor. We give up. We walk away. And I don't blame them because it was a flawed policy in the first place. But that's what occurred in 5 minutes. And if you look back in time, even on another big spike, this goes from the middle of June to what is that? I don't know. It's certainly 2 years worth of price action. Can't quite see the date. August. Yeah, 2 years of price action in 5 minutes. You want to see what it looks like on an hourly chart? Yeah. Wow. To give you perspective, when the Swiss National Bank said, "Hey, if something unbelievable happens, like you guys kick Greece out of the Eurozone, we're going to have to adjust our floor from 120 all the way down to here," which would have been dramatic. That would have been a 500 pip. We dropped 4,000 pips. Okay, so if you lost money today, I'm sorry, man. I've been doing this a long time, and it doesn't happen very often that the market does. When George Soros broke the Bank of England and the UK abandoned plans to use the euro and just kept the British pound, that's on par. Long-term capital management, they lost money when Russia defaulted on their bonds. And this was a group. This was what, early 90s, maybe? This was a group, a hedge fund with billions and billions and billions of dollars built with a dream team. Nobel laureates, Nobel Prize winners for mathematics and economics. These guys are running the hedge fund. Boom! They went bankrupt in one day. So if you lost money, it's very unfortunate. I hope you didn't blow out your trade account by risking too much on that type of trade. Maybe it's a learning experience. If you bet the farm by going long at 120 on the Euro Swiss franc, you've had a learning experience. I was mentoring someone the other day and noticed that there was a lot of Swiss franc short trades. And I swear to you, the first thing I said, well, you got like a Kiwi Swissy and a Euro Swissy and like a Pound Swissy. And I'm like, you have no diversification there. You basically have the same trade on. This was just like 48 hours ago. So I hope you're okay. And I hope you can walk away with a learning experience. Again, this doesn't happen very often. Every, I don't know, 5 or 10 years, something like this happens. Just hope you can, A, walk away from it, and B, learn something from it. Okay? Again, even if you're on a micro lot and you were long Euro Swissy last night, a micro lot, 10 cents a pip, you still lost many hundreds of dollars. So if you only had a couple $100 in your account, goodbye. Maybe you're over leveraged. Maybe you didn't have any diversification. Maybe it was a high risk trade. All those things. All right, so British pound was strong. He's now given quite a bit back. I would be neutral on the British pound. Euro is very weak. Swiss franc obviously is unbelievably ripper strong. I mean, it just moved 4,000 pips. Yeah, it's a little strong. British or Japanese yen was strong most of the day and is just sort of pausing. U.S. dollar was very strong and now is weakening dramatically. Maybe because of I don't know. Kiwi's taking off. That's taking off. Aussie's taking off. So a lot of moves into the commodity plays. Right? Who knows? Maybe it's people getting money out of Switzerland. I don't know. But we'll have to look at the commodity plays. There was strong and then is now weak. So there's a lot going on here. So let's move with the times, huh? Somebody asked, do you think people made money on the move, like they were buying Swiss franc when the Swiss National Bank was asking you to sell it? If you did that, I don't know. It's a bit gambling. If you don't believe the Swiss National Bank will be successful in weakening the Swiss franc, then don't sell it. But like put significant money to bet that the Swiss National Bank is going to stop defending something that they've been defending for years, unless you got inside information, which would be, well, in this case, I don't think it's actually illegal. I don't know. Is there a law that if your cousin works at the Swiss National Bank and they give you a call? There's probably not even a law in the books when it comes to Forex. But as we know, they're writing those laws now, right? But anyways, that would be a big bet. Now, is that something George Soros would do? Yeah, probably would. A little known fact, I actually sat on a board of directors with George Soros when I was a young man working for a nonprofit in New York City. I was on the board of directors for the corporation with an older gentleman, Mr. George Soros. Very interesting, huh? So, 8 degrees of separation. So I'm in an annual report. On one page there's me, and the other one is George Soros, and a bunch of other big dogs. Yeah. So, anyways, let's move on. .com. How's gold doing? Well, what was the trade plan yesterday? Actually, what was the trade plan on Monday? Buy it at 25, run it up to 50, and then look to short. Well, we got to 60. Obviously, this is going to be affected by what's happening. Again, talking about the Swiss National Bank, did you know Poland, the Polish zloty, lost like 40% of its value today? Maybe more? Poland, the country. So if you lost 40% of your trading account today, and you're like, the trades weren't even big. I mean, obviously you didn't budget a 4,000 pip stop loss, right? So yeah, like countries are reeling from this, right? Amazing. So I don't know if that plan is still valid. We did break through the pivots. Remember, on Monday we were down here. Let me draw this out. The trade plan was up into here and then down, right? From 1225 to 1250, back down to 12000. I'm going to have to say, okay, first of all, you got the $25 move. maybe a little more. But the market has changed, so I need to change. All right. So am I thinking this is going to go down 50 bucks? No. Let's just. I'm not saying it's going to go up. I'm not saying it's going to go down. But we did break through key pivot levels. And if you wanted to, if you were a bull, I would look around either the hourly 5 or the 4-hour 5 EMA. I would look for psych levels. I would look for pivot points, and I would continue to buy a dip. I think that's more logical now than 24 hours ago, because things changed. The thing is, do you recognize that things changed, and do you adjust your your trading strategy accordingly? Okay, most amateurs don't, right? So that is more likely than ever. The hourly is overbought, but of course, because it just took off like a rocket ship. Go to the 4-hour, and there's a lot of upside potential on the 4-hour. I'm out of weekly pivots. That's what happens on days like this. So why don't we do this on gold? Boop, 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 boop. Actually, which one I got on here? Indicator list, history. All right, let's do the other one. Well, you know what? Let me just adjust this. Oh, come on, Wayne. Let me just adjust this from weekly pivots to monthly pivots. Weekly, true, false. Monthly, false, true. Boom! Oh, snap, that just happened. All right. Yeah, a little bit of resistance where we are now. You see, we're right in the pivot profit zone for the monthly as well. What else is going on here? There's a big to do here. There's a big to do there. And we're here now. That's a danger zone. So yeah, you can buy dips, but don't buy high. You can buy low, just don't buy high. This is your trading. This is your trading on crack. Yeah, don't buy high. Let's see where we are kind of in here. Oops. We're already kind of through it though, aren't we? Oh, it's very dangerous. Ooh. Fendi says, will Ozzy hit 75? Well, let's talk about that in a bit. So that's where we are here. This is danger zone, man. This is danger zone. It seems like a wedge, which is fine. But we got obvious monthly resistance above us and some support below us. On this 5-minute chart, it's set to fall. On 15-minute, it wants to fall. So you got to make a decision. I don't know. I can't do it for you. I wouldn't buy it up here, so that means you could possibly sell it. Your trade plan would, or your strategy would be to use the monthly reversal pivot point as resistance, and your tactics would be to follow the 15-minute Stokes around, which it's doing, lining up a 5-minute chart, which tells me in the next 5-10 minutes there could be a top or lower high formed, and you take a move like this. Okay, and ideally you're already a bear on gold. I'm not telling you it's going to fall. In market conditions like this, risk is increased. Do you think this is just normal market conditions? Like I could set that up like, oh, it's going to double top. It doesn't have to do anything, guys. You're like, oh, well, that's technical analysis. Well, your technical analysis works best on regular old days. Well, it's not a regular old day today, so you're vulnerable, okay? But if you were setting something up, I'd much rather you set up a short than buy right at a monthly pivot. Okay, there's a daily in there too, DR3. So I would say you shouldn't buy it here. You could possibly get ready to put a sell on it if that's what you want to do. But there's a lot going on there. Okay, oil. Let's back out here. Let's do it hourly. Okay, notice we had a short trade plan up into here, which failed. And look what's happened. Remember roll reversals, guys? Breaks through resistance, retraces what used to be resistance is now support. You got your nice little Stokes kicker, long and gone off the 21. Okay. Now what you should is go to a high fractal, adjust your fibs. Okay. Now I think a lot of traders are going to have it fibbed this way, which means we're through the 786 and it is technically bullish. We might be in a range, but we're technically bullish. Go to the even higher fractal. And look, I got this old one already there. Well, let's just kill all of these things. All right. Let's take the bottom of this run, take the top of the run. Next short is 63. 50% retracement is 70. So why don't we mark a 382 to 618 Fibonacci retracement? That would be an aggressive entry point right in here on the daily. All right. So, like if you're an Elliott wave technician, you might go up to the 21, down, up to the 55, which is falling. So it'll be down here in the future, down 382, lower low, lower high, lower low, bigger bounce, small correction, break, retracement, expansion. Interesting, huh? What I think is also interesting? What was our target? We had a conservative target and an aggressive target on the short. First one was 44, and that was the bottom. Never got to the 42.5. Isn't that interesting? So, we're right. I'd like to be even righter, but so we'll see what happens. Right now, the commodities, all of them, Aussie, CAD, and Kiwi are very, very strong at the moment. And you can see gold is trying to reverse up, at least on the short term. So the high, obviously, if you were going to sell, we're tickling $50 a barrel right here, right now. So you could throw down a binary if you wanted to, right? Go to binary.tradersway.com, log in with your MT4 account number, and then you throw down oil. And, where is it pricing? $49.50. So you can wait. Okay. Or you can throw that down. Okay. Okay. That's only a mid-cycle level. It's not a great trade because what you want, oops, I didn't do that. Is it a stop loss now? What? I didn't want to do that. Okay, good. I was trying to do this. All right. So what you want is a confluence. You got a cycle level at 50, obviously a big one, right? But this moving average is also falling, right? So you want to kind of catch them where they're meeting. So this could go up a little higher and then down, right? And if that fails, what's the next one?